Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on the benefits pertaining to monetizing a YouTube channel in multiple ways. So why is it deemed to be eminently beneficent to monetize a YouTube channel in multiple ways? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. By monetizing a YouTube channel in multiple ways, you have unlimited earnings potential. You never want to be stymied, nor impeded, nor obstructed, nor stifled, nor encumbered. You never want to stagnate nor regress. You want your earnings potential to be uncapped, unfettered, limitless, and furnish you with an unlimited earnings potential. By maximizing your earnings potential, you'll be able to generate more revenue, which will provide you with more money to reinvest into future content creation efforts. It is eminently expensive to be a content creator, especially if you want to be a full-time content creator. If you produce videos of the latest products, it can be eminently expensive. It is capital intensive to be a full-time entrepreneur, even if you are a digital entrepreneur. So just bear that in mind. Allow that to marinate into the chasms of your mind. Allow that to solidify into the bowels of your mind and upload that into your neurons. Render that indelible and do not forget that. Do not allow that to elude you. So you not only want to be able to maximize your earnings potential, but you also want to be all the more resilient. As per your future prospects, you want to be able to become profoundly successful as a content creator on YouTube. You do not want to be tethered to an employer. You do not want your earnings potential to be tethered to your time. Your time is sacrosanct, indispensable, precious, non-replenishable, and invaluable. You want to be able to build a robust portfolio of monetizable intellectual properties that have the latent potential to generate revenue and perpetuity beyond the course of your lifetime. So, when you are able to monetize your YouTube channel in multiple ways, you not only maximize your earnings potential, but also have more money to invest into marketing activities for promoting your content, and have more money to reinvest into future content creation efforts. You want to be able to attain substantial brand recognition. You want to be able to attain robust brand equity. You want to be able to attain strong brand loyalty, and you want to be able to cultivate a behemoth of a brand on YouTube. You also want to be able to cultivate an enormous subscriber base. On YouTube, you should produce meritorious, worthwhile, compelling, extraordinary content that is like-worthy, share-worthy, algorithm recommendation-worthy, and viral-worthy content. You want to be able to produce content that is apt to yield high audience retention rates, high watch times, and high viewership rates. You want to be able to produce content that is deemed to be indelible. You want your target market to be innately inclined to disseminate your content on social media platforms. You want your target market to share your content with their friends, family members, and networks. So produce extraordinary content that assuages an unmet need among your target market. You need to realize that user-generated content markets are hyper-competitive. They are replete with competition. So it would behoove you to maximize your earnings potential. And it could help you to wean yourself off of being dependent on an employer. You never want to be dependent on an employer for revenue. You also want to be all the more resilient and not be dependent on a single revenue stream. So when you monetize your YouTube channel in multiple ways, through multiple avenues, you have a multitude of recurring revenue streams, and you're not dependent on a single revenue stream. Ad blockers become more prevalent. It is ubiquitous. It is prominent. It is practically everywhere. So you don't want to be limited to solely earning advertising revenue, super chat revenue, and channel membership revenue. You also want to be able to earn affiliate marketing revenue, sponsorship revenue, product placement revenue, royalties from selling custom-made print-on-demand merchandise, as well as earn donations. You also want to be able to earn recurring revenue from your patrons via Patreon. You can leverage the video descriptions of your YouTube videos to embed links to your websites, affiliate marketing, product pages, donation pages, and Patreon channel in those video descriptions if you so choose to do so. So, by monetizing your YouTube channel in multiple ways, it could help you to accelerate brand growth, especially if you have more money to invest into marketing efforts as a result. Of doing so. And as you have more money to invest into content creation efforts, you can produce more desirable content. If you are a wealthy, affluent content creator, the possibilities of what you can produce is practically limitless. You want to be able to attain extreme fame leverage so that you could attain extreme wealth. Once you attain extreme fame leverage, opportunities will become abound. Renowned, prolific, illustrious content creators and influencers have so many more lucrative opportunities available to them than the average unknown person. You do not want to be an obscure content creator. You want to become a renowned, illustrious content creator so that you could attain extreme fame leverage and subsequently attain extreme wealth. So when you monetize your YouTube channel in multiple ways, you elicit more revenue streams. You become all the more resilient. You become less dependent on ever working for an employer. I need more money to invest into creating more desirable content in the pending future. I need more money to invest into potent marketing activities to accelerate brand growth. It is just purely beneficent to amplify your revenue and to be able to bring more revenue streams to fruition. There's no downsides. If you're dependent on one revenue stream and if that revenue stream precipitously plunges for whatever reason, you're still apt, you're still poised, you're still primed to be able to continue being a full-time entrepreneur if you have more than one revenue stream. So build up your recurring revenue streams, be resilient, and profusely produce content in order to build up your content reservoir. You want to be able to produce monetizable intellectual properties that have the latent potential to generate revenue in perpetuity past your lifetime. Do not shirk on doing so. Provide unprecedented value to your target market. Create meritorious, worthwhile, extraordinary, compelling, indelible videos that are deemed to be share-worthy, algorithm, recommendation-worthy, like-worthy, engagement-worthy, and viral-worthy videos that are also apt to yield high audience retention rates, high viewership rates, and high watch times. You want your videos to build traction and transcend into becoming viral videos. If they become viral videos, the outcome can be life-altering, especially if you're able to attain extreme fame leverage, which can allow you to attain extreme wealth. So, do not forgo generating revenue. You never want to be dependent on an employer for revenue. You never want to succumb to selling your sacrosanct, indispensable, finite, and value precious time for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage by working for an employer. You never want to have to consider working for an employer. You never want to be able to have to acquiesce to groveling at an employer's feet. So wean yourself off of an employer and do everything in your purview to maximize your earnings potential and do everything in your purview to attain a prosperous, abundant, auspicious, blissful future. You want to be able to actualize your latent potential, manifest the quintessential version of yourself into reality, attain a higher standard of living, and also you want to be able to attain your overarching goals and reach your higher aspirations. So, do everything in your purview to pull yourself out of the muck and mire. Monetize your YouTube channel in a multitude of disparate ways, and it can redound to your advantage. If you become wealthy, you'll have a higher standard of living. You'll be all the more poised to reach your higher aspirations and attain your overarching goals. And with a higher standard of living, you'll be less stressed out, and you'll have more purview over your time. When you have an egregiously low standard of living, your time is tethered to your earnings potential, and you're bereft of your time, and you're eviscerated out of your time, and you're dispossessed of your time as a result of working a highly time-consuming, dead-end, dispiriting, harrowing, agonizing, debilitating, really wretched, ineffably agonizing minimum wage job for an employer who does not give an iota about your well-being. You do not want to borrow equity out of your time, life, health, happiness, dignity, and future wealth just for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage. The interests of employees and employers are diametrically opposed to one another. Employees always want to receive the maximum amount of revenue for the minimum amount of time worked, whereas employers want to be able to pay employees the absolute minimum amount of revenue for the absolute maximum amount of time worked. In an employer market, employers have all the leverage, they hold all the cards, and the employees begrudgingly acquiesce to working these dead-end, dispiriting, harrowing, agonizing, debilitating, really wretched, ineffably agonizing jobs just for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage so that they could afford to buy some food products. You want all your revenue streams to be on autopilot. You want all your revenue streams to provide you with recurring revenue. You do not want to relinquish your time just for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage. It does not make any sense. It's completely inefficacious, and all it does is it provides you with a modicum of fleeting, ephemeral, short-lived, perishable short-term relief. You want to be able to produce something that has the latent potential to generate revenue in perpetuity beyond the scope, beyond the ambit, beyond the extent, beyond the parameters of your lifetime. So I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling, as well as informative, mesmerizing, captivating, and engrossing. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.